It's the Caitlin
The stip request is a sexy math tutor stip. Ooh, oh my. Should I coyly bite into my glasses? Or is it better to, like, look down them like this? Steven, are you paying attention? Well, I could change my shirt, get some cleavage. Get some man cleavage here. All right, sexy math tutor stip. Cards named involving math. So 6, once upon a time, 1 ring, or thinking, brainstorm, mind twist, memory lapse. All have that mathy vibe. Tutors, or if no other options, justify why a card is sexy enough to be the pick. Sexy or mathy? Let's go. All right, Chad. I'm going to need several of you to stay after to earn some extra credit. Wiping tables, you're all wiping tables. What does math strip mean? Numbers. Once upon a time, 6, Ren and 6, things like that. Not a math strip, a sexy math strip. Yeah, but it'll be sexy just if I'm doing it, right? I'll bring the sex appeal. Magic Online will bring the numbers with our combined powers. Oh my god. I don't know if there's anything sexier than some bling, huh? Very common romantic gift for a reason. Mox Jet is more math-based than Mox Emerald, because jets require a lot of math to be able to fly. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Larry B. Bobo. Thanks for the sub, thanks for the 19 months, appreciate it. Triplicate Titan. I'll need those forms in triplicate. That's a number for sure. Alright, hear me out. So if you flip someone the bird, it does look like you're counting to 1. So I think Birds of Paradise, that's why it costs 1, really. I feel like Birds of Paradise fits the math stip for that reason. Pentet has counters. Maybe the Pentet will wheel. You do need counters to count things. 2/10 of a line of an abacus right there. And has the number 1 in the text. That's a good point. Add 1 mana of any color. We're mathing so hard here. So the stip, in its actuality, is sexy math tutor stip. Don't we just have that? Isn't that just a card? Isn't that exactly the image that we see here? With Karn, Cyan of Urza. And the constructs count artifacts. Yeah, count them all up. Very mathy card. Miscalculation. The tutor's helping the student with their miscalculatings. Brainstorm was named in the stip. That's true. I think this is borderline. I think they both work. Miscalculation is like spot on with the math, though. Ren in 6. We have a 6 there. Negation. Negation is used in math. Do you remember in elementary school when you were learning about your plusation and your negation? Force is physics. That's true. Force is physics. Consider the following. The art on consider not only is like consider something you should do when you're double checking your math numbers, but the art on consider has someone looking upward into the stars with their like crazy binocular telescope thing. And astronomers do a shitload of math, right? I think that's something that astronomers do. Do any of these seem particularly mathy? Proving ground, geometric proofs. Kids who don't like school might come off as a grim monolith. Grim matholith. There's not much else we could do here. Maybe Cauldron completing our fractions. Coalition Relic feels like doing math. When you got the one floating and you're like, alright, carry the two. Math tutors are safekeepers of the future. Protecting our children's minds. Druids aren't very mathy. I don't think there's anything there. Blue-red can be kind of mathy. Oh, sexy math tutor. Sexy math tutor stip, and we literally have a demonic tutor. Oh, shoot, what up? Hey, 7 Deadly Sins, thanks at 78 months. 78 months! Good luck on the 365, thank you. Here's to you celebrating 90 at the end of it. Yeah, much love, 7. Appreciate you, too. Grist the Hunger Tide is showing some cleavage. Frantic Search. The art looks like someone trying to find their homework. What's the mathy card here? Metamorph has addition in the text. Yeah, ideally the card name would get us there. Tamio certainly looks like a math tutor. Jace is a math prodigy. All right, I buy it. I buy it. Can you have a math tutor without a apprentice? Always two there are, a master and apprentice. That's how math works, right? That's how math tutoring works. You lose focus mid-lesson. I about lose focus. Not quite as on point as Miscalc, but pretty good. I think we're just going to grab this Mox Diamond. A lot of math and figuring out exactly how much a diamond is worth and such. How nicely you can cut it, all that. I assume. Emperor Bones? That's getting a little too sexy. Emrakul was your math teacher? I think Leovold would make a good study partner in a sexy math class. Reclaimer's not wearing his shirt, though. Leovold's at a desk, probably doing some calculating. I buy it, I buy it. Oh, we got another tutor here. Very necessary for the sexy tutor step. Into vampiric tutor. All this good fixing going around. Like, yup, more tutors. Let's fucking go. Nobody's learning math in the bayou. Come on. Tutor it up. Spellseeker would be a good student. I think I'm going to grab this Chain of Smog. That's how I feel after a long day at school. Yeah, and you get like multiples of something. You could have infinite Chain of Smogs. Honestly, Underground Mortuary doesn't seem like the worst place to learn some math. Yeah, look at that sexy, sexy grist cleavage. We found it. We found the sexy tutor. And then we need another student here, of course, which we have in the Witherbloom Apprentice. This is a pretty good crop. We got a couple teachers. We got some students. We have like maybe twice as many teachers as students, but that's okay. The class turtle. Lou was held back. Nadu Winged Wisdom. Do you need wisdom to learn math? I feel like you don't. I feel like that's intellect, right? Tutor's Scold. Fool of a Took. Hey, 6 for he thinks the $5. You got a mathy rock song for the stip? Love it. Oh, I just noticed what song we're listening to. Clutches 10001. Also perfect for the stip. Wisdom might not be necessary, but it helps. Yeah, wisdom is a dump stat. Alright, I'll grab Scolding. So 6 was named in the stip. It is just a straight up number. I feel like we need at least one of those, huh? We got tutor cards. We've got math referencing cards. Let's get an actual number in here. My opponents fuck up the math on Psychic Frog a lot. Oh, but currency converter. Currency converter is very mathy, right? Season the thoughts, putting some math in them. All right, apparently we got a nice math rock song for this for the stip here. Breeding pool, huh? I guess we did say it was a sexy math tutor. Yeah, I think we need more places to practice math in. I'm gonna grab the Dark Slag. Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse works. I think it was a named card, actually. Because it deals with thinking. New crop of students. New crop rotation of students. I think Recurring Nightmare fits the best, actually. People have nightmares about math class. Ghost Vacuum is a Ghostbusters reference, and they certainly do plenty of math there. A bunch of scientists, huh? Pillage, look for the combo. I don't think you're understanding what we're doing here, Lucanus. You could remand a student for sure. Not bad. The combo is sexy tutors, sexy math cards, and some attendant students. That's why we have Apprentice. It might happen to combo with Chain of Smog, but we have Chain of Smog because that's how our brain feels after a hard day at math tutoring. And we have Witherbloom Apprentice because we need students for our sexy math class here. All right, I'm going to jam some ads while I build this deck. And that way ads won't interrupt the gameplay. Some very sexy ads. And math-based. So Triplicate Titan is good with Recurring Nightmare. I don't know if that makes it good enough, though. A few different ways of binning it. The Currency Converter and the Jace, I guess. I think I like just cutting the Recurring Nightmare. It is kind of cute with Grist and 6. I'm going to cut the Coalition Relic because it's not really ramping us into anything. It's just fixing. Kind of a nice curve here. The Grim Monolith is at least ramping us to Karn. It's a little awkward, though, isn't it? The Grim Monolith. It might be actively bad. Let's play Safekeeper. Protect our shit. Hey, McMac, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 32 months. Force Negation is very castable, so you don't need infinite. I think this is actually very good. Eight green is excellent. Might have to cut one, but we'll see. This is 10 black sources. Wow. Okay, where's blue at? 6? Okay, well, that's just not enough. Now it's 888. I can dig 888. All right, denim chicken. Assume they grab scolding. Yeah. And then rather than shock ourselves for breeding pool, let's play mortuary instead. Would have loved to turn 1 birds. It gets a little bit more awkward on 2. Put a real Dothy Voidwalker. Don't love that with my 6 here. I think it turns off the currency converter doing stuff too. Six. It says put a mill 3 cards. You may put a lane card from among them into your hand. Does that get around Voidwalker Exile? I've seen cards get around Voidwalker, right? Scooping them from the exile zone. Having a rough time over here. They're pretty close to just killing me, too. My actual combo is like pretty black intensive. I only have 1 black source. Yeah, in the arena of who cast more cards with numbers in their names, we absolutely dominated. We were way ahead of them on that. And I find that comforting. We got schooled. We did. Terra Sunder is technically an answer to an obnoxious creature, but 4 mana is so much mana. Strongest not working out, huh? Color-wise and what? It's a regular old mind rot. God, they just had extra mana. Fair enough. Thinking about that 2 drops. And just supposed to play Safekeeper and pass. I think this label's gonna have to be pretty good. Middle of Tutor up a draw 7. Oh, now we both have one? Okay. Block, I block your Snorris. Safekeeper really should let you target your opponent's things. And then I lose my draw step, of course, because the Narset. I unexpected pineapple, thanks to the sub, thanks to 87 months. Yeah, I don't have a lot to win a game with here, do I? No removal and such. Kind of a big weakness. Maybe if sexy math classes were more known for brutally murdering their students, then we could have gotten some sweet removal in here, but... Interesting. Potential turn 2 kill. Could we just, like, rip Apprentice? Or one of our several tutors to play here on turn 1. Turn 2 kill would be pretty sick. I think. So the, yeah, we have the pieces lined up, but it still depends on the opponent not disrupting us, and I wouldn't count on that. Wouldn't count on it. Math stip, see? You see there? Yeah. See what I did there? It's a little wordplay. It's a little thing I do sometimes. Wordplay is not math. It is if you do it in iambic pentameter. And since y'all were homeschooled, I doubt you know what that means. So I can just claim that I did that. Some of you have theater degrees? Oh, you poor bastards. Are we waiting for them to tap out? Yeah, they've been holding up interaction mana this entire game. In Vintage Cube, when your opponent passes with 2 mana up, and they've got all the Jeskai interaction colors, you probably shouldn't slam your 2-card combo that loses to a counter or a removal spell. But that's just my recommendation. That was a big bummer. Let's see if this can bait out another removal thing. Why am I not casting the Apprentice? So the reason to not cast the Apprentice is because your opponent's going to think the coast is clear, and they'll slam out and live like a 4th or a Planeswalker or something. And then you'd be able to play both spells in the same turn, is the idea. Is the idea behind not casting the Apprentice. That was the plan. That's why we were chilling. Because my opponent continues to rep interaction here. Alright. At a certain point, you just gotta play stuff, I guess. One issue with running the Apprentice combo into Counter Magic is that we don't really have another way to win. So, that's a pretty big hurdle. Our deck's very good at putting those two things together, but then we're relying on like our one Thoughtseize to clear the way and stuff. Or trying to bait the opponent into tapping low before we combo. Looks like GG to me. Hey, Crueler Bargain, thanks for 38 months. Opponent wanted it more. I mean, we had like a turn 2 kill, assuming no interaction, right? So like a lot of opponents in Vintage Cube are just gonna be slamming a 2-drop or something and then dying with our draw this game. I guess we'll see what those last couple cards are. Why not? Flame Slash, Third Path. Yeah, Sorcery Speed Removal is another reason to not be running out Witherbloom, right? We had 4 mana. The Miscalc versus Stern Scolding. Yeah, with the Miscalc play, like, gives you some information about their hand, too. Because if they're just bluffing a counter, they're probably just going to pay. Because, like, losing your card is typically not worth a bluff that the opponent might respect or might not respect anyway. So it did tell us that they had a counter, and meant that we knew that they had a counter. It wasn't just a guess. Apparently this whole album's auto-playing. That's good. Mathy tune. We can play Electric 6. Oh wait, no, we can do sexier than this. Electric 6. We got numbers. We got sex appeal. Yeah, 6 appeal. Sure. Just resolving, huh? Hey, Tater Jim thinks the $5. You got some math-based techno? Hell yeah. Rabble Master's about exactly what I was hoping for. Let's play Tater Jim's Summer Quest. Let's loot first. In case we find Thoughtseize. Yay. 2 very different games so far. I preferred the one where I got to win. Well, this video is very spirally. My eyes, I feel like my eyes are like a snake's in a Disney film when they're trying to like make you very sleepy. Their eyes are all spirals. Terrible hand. Let's keep it. From the Jungle Book? Yeah, the Robin Hood snake is like animated exactly the same. I think they used cribbed a lot of the same animations. I think they literally lifted some of the bear movements too. All glory to the Hypnotoad. Ooh, the annoying part. Yeah. This track's making me think I should turn on my strobe. Alright, enough of that. Don't think I'm beating this Voice of Victory, just by its lonesome here. All songs played on an oscilloscope? The fuck is an oscilloscope? Looks like they vary wildly in price. I was so excited when they started tapping mana on my turn. I was like, yeah, I get to counter a thing. Oh boy. You also could have just activated the talisman in response to the abrade. Thought about that too. That's like way better, right? Because the talisman's still in play. So then they're just like abrading their own tutor. Hell yeah. I feel a little bit safe about running the Witherbloom Mountain because we have the Safekeeper. But we'll see. So the two counters that we saw from them were the Memory Lapse and Mana Leak. We just burned through Mana Leak. Oh, you know what they're going to do? They're going to Fiery Confluence and nuke my board. Fair enough. Oh, they're not doing that. Parallax Wave. Interesting. So they attack for 3. If we sack this land, then we're just hoping to fucking rip it. We're just hoping to, like, rip the fucking Chain of Smog. I guess we'd actually block. That's kind of nice. Mind collapse! At the end of all that, mind collapse! We gotta fucking... I gotta screenshot this. That was ridiculous. That is a stack, huh? That's a stack and a half right there. I gotta share this with the blue skies. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Cranked Wisconsin, 671 months there. Yeah, playing some Magic, huh? Playing some Magic. Alrighty, friends. As is the case, pretty much anytime I'm 0-2, I am off it. That was a fun one. That was a fun little step. On a nice mathy deck. Appreciate that, Mio. Very cool.